comme tu as dit, on laisse toujours notre appareil sous la main, mais ça peut être poser notre enfant, ça peut être poser un animal, ça peut être n'importe quoi qui nous décroche un sourire. On prend la photo et on l'emmène. On ne sait jamais qu'est-ce que ça peut faire. J'avais une photo, justement.
Des beaux prix.
Oui, mais c'est ça, pire aller, on gagne un beau prix.
Oui.
Sinon, on a quand même eu du plaisir à trouver la photo qui était.
Puis, comme moi, il a dit, ces photos-là vont être exposées aussi, hein?
C'est ça.
Ouais. Alors, ça va être une autre chose que les gens vont pouvoir regarder.
Il n'y a rien comme montrer nos proches dans des situations vraiment pas trop drôles pour eux autres, drôles pour nous.
On dit toujours que la vie n'est pas drôle, mais on peut se permettre de rire de temps en temps avec les photos.
Il faut.
Oui.
La seule chose que je voudrais faire, c'est pour ceux, supposons, qui ont mis au Canal 13 là, à peu près à moitié, puis ils nous entendent parler, peut-être juste leur dire, on parle du Festival des cultures, pour ceux qui ne savent pas, puis est-ce que soit Lise ou Louise, vous pourriez juste redire les dates, comme ça le monde, ils vont savoir de qu'est-ce qu'ils ont entendu parler, quand ils peuvent s'attendre d'y aller.
OK, les dates, le vendredi soir pour la danse des adolescents et le 17, le 18 pour le septembre pour toute la famille.
OK.
Ça commence de 10h pour la parade, ceux qui veulent voir la parade, qui arrivent sur le terrain à 11h30 avec nos artistes qui les attendent, jusqu'à 4h le soir. On a raccourci nos journées parce que l'année passée, on a encore eu un hic. On a étiré, mais on a oublié que c'était des journées d'automne et non des journées d'été. Et alors, avec le souper et tout, on a perdu notre monde un peu. Alors, on finit notre journée à 4h pour recommencer le lendemain matin à 11h jusqu'à 4h30 le dimanche, le 19 septembre. Deux pleines journées.
OK. Mais en tout cas, je vous l'ai déjà dit, puis je vous leur dis félicitations. Vous faites du très, très beau travail. Je suis certaine qu'il va y avoir plein de gens qui vont y aller.
On souhaite bien.
Bien, merci.
Merci beaucoup d'être passé.
Merci beaucoup.
Bon, c'est que les gens, comme vous pouvez voir, moi, j'ai terriblement hâte. Et puis, je suis certaine que vous aussi, parce que, hey, plein d'activités, un dernier fin de semaine d'automne avec nos amis, notre famille, ça vaut la peine. C'est qu'est-ce que je vous dis de faire? Prenez votre agenda, écrivez le 17, 18, 19. Vous êtes au parc, vous êtes à la gare, vous vous promenez, vous vivez le Festival des cultures. C'est déjà tout. Bye!
Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Working so hard like
I'm hoping that most of you have hopefully caught the end of the French show that I just did, and hopefully you understand just enough to know that we're talking about the Festival of Cultures. I'm lucky enough to have Louise Rockburn that stayed with me so we can tell you guys what's going on and that you can understand, because believe me, there is plenty going on for the Festival of Cultures this year. So hi, Louise.
Hi.
And thanks for staying, because we've already done quite a long show in French, and we've put out all the information. Yeah. But for those who might not understand French,
it's important
we're back.
To say it in English. Yeah,
we might not be able to give as much details, but people will know what's going on and they'll be interested, as I'm very interested at this point, so I'm sure everybody will be. So first of all, when is it this year, the festival?
The Festival of Culture this year is going to be September 17th, 18th, and 19th. Okay. It's going to be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. And it's going to be at the 75th Anniversary Park, like last year, but there are going to be major changes. Some old stuff, but some new stuff coming as well.
But I think that as with everything, as the time goes by and more experience, it only can get better. It can't get any worse.
Yeah, well, that's
what
we
it
want.
It's getting definitely better. Right. The first thing I'd like to talk about, and it's not really about the festival, is the committee. Because I like people to know that there are people out there working so hard to put this together and to make it a success. And I think that the first thing that should be said about the festival is who is organizing
Okay,
it.
well, we have a very dynamic committee.
Okay.
The president is Lise Bilodeau, and we have Serge Lacroix.
Okay.
He works at the center. He's, and we have Peggy Warolin and Joanne Di Maurizio.
Okay.
We have Hélène Gingras,
Okay.
Yolande Dumas, Glenda Woodbury, Wayne Rockburn, and myself.
All
So,
right. A lot of new people this year, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. Well, Lise was there last year. So was Hélène Gingras and Yolande Dumas. And Glenda was there. So
Okay.
maybe half of the
Half
committee.
and half.
Yeah.
Which is good though, because new people bring new ideas and bigger and better things. So it's that's good.
Yeah.
So the festival starts on the 17th.
On
But
a
that
Friday night.
that night is mostly for the teenagers. What's
Yes.
going on for the teenagers?
Okay, well, we're organizing a dance for them, and it's going to be at the curling club. It's going to be outside of the school setting,
Okay.
but it's going to be for the teenagers, so up to the age of 17.
Okay.
Okay, so 12 to 17. And we are hoping to have a live band for them, and so there'll be snacks and music, and
Okay.
should be lots of fun for
I
them.
think it'll be more fun because if you think of a dance, you think of getting away from it all. Especially at that age, I remember that a dance is such a big event. And now they get to get away from the school setting even more because
Right.
it's a dance,
Yeah.
but it's not at the school. So
We're-
that's great.
We're hoping it's going to feel special for them because it's going to be outside the school setting. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the 17th. It's the starter, but not everybody's involved.
No,
On the Saturday, from 0 to 99, everybody's involved.
that's right.
So what can
It's-
people expect?
Okay, well, Saturday morning, there's the whole thing starts with a parade. That's the
Okay.
way it started last year.
Yes.
So the parade's going to leave Latang. Probably last year we left from Petro-Canada, but it depends how many. We're hoping the parade will grow a lot this year, so we may not be able to start it from there, but we'll start in Latang somewhere. And we're going to have the flag carriers. We're going to have clowns. We're hoping to have musicians in the parade. We would like to have some, what do you call them? Floats.
Okay.
Okay, so we're approaching different organizations to prepare a float. And we're hoping to get the antique cars to participate in the parade.
Well, those are always nice to look at.
Yeah, yeah. Especially the guys like to see.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to have motorcycles and four-wheelers and so walkers and
Yeah.
So
It's a good spread of representation of everybody in town.
right.
I
So
think.
if we can get the antique cars, then the people can, once the parade is over, they can park and people can visit the cars
they
and
will,
examine
yeah.
them. And the same thing with the motorcycles and
Exactly.
yeah. So that starts at 10:30
Okay.
from Latang.
They
10
go
or
down to the
10:30.
park?
This still has to be
Yeah, there's still
specified.
things that
It
need
still
to be
has
ironed
to,
out.
there's minor details to be worked out. And then when the parade arrives at the 75th anniversary park, there's going to be a band already playing on the bandstand, and that band is called Grenouille et Bille de Sauvage,
Okay.
and they're a very peppy band. They
There you
play
go.
accordion and harmonica and stepping music, so it should be
Right off the bat, a good start.
yeah.
Perfect.
And so there, throughout the afternoon, throughout Saturday afternoon, there are going to be different groups that are going to be playing on the bandstand. Each group will play approximately 1 hour.
Okay.
So we have people from Rouen, we have people from Montreal, we have Guys Without Ties. I
They've been
think
here.
they're
Yeah, they're
from,
good.
I don't know if they're from North Bay or Mattawa, or they're from the area anyway.
Yeah.
And while these people are playing, while the performers are doing their thing, there'll be a lot of activities on the field. There'll be a lot of games for the kids. So there'll be inflatable games.
Those are
We-
popular.
Yeah, we had them last year, and we're going to have them again this year, but they're going to be different from last year. We're not having the same games come back to the park. We're going to have face painting. Mini putt is coming back because it was so popular
very,
last
very
year.
popular, yeah.
We're hoping to get the trampoline back. And we're going to, what's different at the park this year from last year is that all the activities are at the park. I don't know if you remember, last year we had the
It was a bit separated, yeah.
beer tasting contest behind the station. And we noticed that the people had to choose whether they wanted to listen to music or try the different beers. Well, this year it's all going to be at the park.
Okay.
So you can listen to the music and try out the beers and or have
Plus,
a pop, have something to eat. And
the music kind of provides to the atmosphere. So I'm sure that the people that are at the beer tasting will feel like they're more part of everything. Yeah, that's good.
And there'll be we're hoping to have a lot of food there. Different foods that like we're hoping to have pizza and maybe chicken wings, and we're not sure whether we're going to have a barbecue, but we may have plates of little things that you can nibble on, and so you can eat well if you want, or you can just munch if you want.
From the sounds of it, I think that people can spend the whole day there.
Absolutely, that's what we want them to do. We want them to bring their lawn chairs and to sit comfortably, and bring their parasol or their umbrella if they want to get away from the sun. And if there are families, they can bring their blankets and they can set it up on the grass and listen to the music and just enjoy the whole day. We're also going to have horse and buggy, and so we're going to provide rides for the kids. The buggy holds about between 20 and 25 people.
Oh, that's
so
good.
They're going to have a little ride. Last year we had the little train, and we
Which
thought
was so
it was so popular.
Yes.
But this year we wanted to have something different, so we're going to have the horse and buggy.
Yeah.
Plus, we also had Mr. Marinier had his bike. Forget what it's called.
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw.
Not sure.
That's right. We're hoping to have that back because that was quite popular. So, yeah, those are. Oh, something I forgot.
There's something big that you said in French.
There's something
you have to
that's
say
going to
it
be
in
on
English.
the park as well. It's going to be a sugar shack.
That is very interesting because in September, you wouldn't think of that.
No. Jacques Goulet approached committee actually, we approached him to ask him if he would join the parade with his horses. Because he's got horses, and we thought that would look so nice if, he was dressed as a cowboy and he would gallop down the parade. And he said he would join in, but he said, I got another idea. He wants, he's doing it right now. He's building a sugar shack that's going to be functional. He's going to boil sap. He's going to boil sap, and he's going to make syrup right on the site. And so we might have pancakes to eat with the syrup, and I don't know. We may have toffee. What do you call that? The golden stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah, that people like. So this is something, and if there's anything that's cultural, it's a sugar shack representing Canada and Quebec.
That's tradition, of course.
Yeah. So that's going to be something new. We may have a fortune teller.
That would be fun.
On the site. That's not confirmed, but somebody is interested in coming in, somebody from out of town. Okay. We're also going to have tents set up along Humphrey Street, and we'll have, wait a minute. People can display their crafts or their art or whatever.
Their talents.
Yeah. So that'll be something new. We didn't have that last year. No. And we will also have the nationality, how do you say kiosk? Forget, how do you say that in English? Booths, yes. Different booths from different nationalities.
Okay. Which last year was in the station, but this year it's going to be outside.
Well, we're not sure, but they're going to be there. It's going to be there for sure.
Okay, that's all that matters. To know that
so
it's there.
all those activities Saturday are going to finish at 4:00.
Okay.
Which is a little bit earlier than last year. On the Saturday, I think last year the activities went on till 5:00, but actually people want to go home around 4 to get ready for the supper, because we have our buffet again this year.
Exactly.
That's going to be in the Dottori Hall.
That's changing a bit too, I believe.
Last year, when the people came in, there was a cocktail in the Salle des Jardins. Well, this year the people are going to come in. They're going to walk right through into Dottori Hall.
Okay.
And there's going to be some nice music playing. There's a jazz band coming in. We're having them come in from Montreal.
It's a lot
And
of
so it's going to
ambiance
be,
this year.
yeah, it's going to be very relaxing, and so it'll be different.
Yes.
And it'll be, I think it's going to be very, very nice. Yes. And the supper is going to be a little bit different. Last year there were, I forget now how many entrees and how many main dishes and so many desserts. I think what we're going to do this year is concentrate on particular countries and maybe serve the food from those countries, and maybe next year we'll choose other countries. And so, and the people are going to be served this year instead of the people serving themselves. But because we did run into a little problem last year, and a tiny problem, but for some it was a big problem. It wasn't the majority of the people who had difficulty with the supper, but it's important that everybody be well served and have a good evening, and so the mistakes we made last year will definitely be corrected this year.
Well, I think the people have to realize that you guys do it as you go. I mean, and we learn from our experiences, whether it be mistakes or a success, we learn. There was a few mistakes last year, but this year there won't be.
No, we're going to make sure not to
it'll be
repeat
better
them.
for it, because now you know what
right.
can go wrong.
Yeah.
So it won't go wrong. And like in French, for those who hopefully listen, Lise said something like, you guys were victims of your own success.
Yes.
And that is so appropriate to say, because it grew really big, really fast, and there was a tiny problem. Yeah. No big deal in it. No. I hope people will not feel like they're not going this year.
Well, I hope that they're not bitter with their experience last year. And like I said, it was just a small group. Like there were 350 people there for supper, and the majority had a real good time, and they ate well. It's a small group that unfortunately did not get to eat.
And I'm sure they had fun anyways, because it wasn't just the supper, it was the dance, it was everything. So,
but for sure this year it's not going to happen, because it's going to be corrected.
So after the buffet, there's a dance for people.
Yes, there's going to be I forget the name now, a group of musicians who are going to play. And so the people can dance and just enjoy the rest of the evening.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then on the Sunday, there's going to be a puppet show that's going to start the day at the park. It starts at 11 o'clock. I think the play lasts approximately 30 minutes, but it's somebody from Montreal who's set up in a castle. Okay, he's it.
That's all you get.
He's the show. He's inside a castle, and he's a king, and he's raising his 2 children, and he has a lot of problems raising his children, so he goes out and he gets the children in the audience to participate in the puppet show with him.
So it's interactive.
It's very interactive, and the guy's very, very good at it. He's done, I think it's 338 presentations, so he knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
And after the puppet show, he has some kind of session with the kids for approximately 20 minutes.
So it doesn't end.
It doesn't end with the puppet show. Yeah, then he interacts with them without his suit there.
Okay, so people get to see who was in the suit.
And after the puppet show, well, then we have again musicians that play on the hour. Okay. And we have all the games at the park, and so it's going to finish at 4:30 on Sunday.
4:30. I think we should mention, people saw it last week and they'll see it again. Wayne came on to talk about it. There's a funny photo contest.
Yes.
And just to tell people that it is open to everybody, and the aim is to get a funny picture.
That's right.
There's prizes.
Yes.
So it's a win-win.
Actually, we already have one.
Okay.
And maybe I can show it.
Mm-hmm.
It's this is one that was taken just within the last week.
Okay.
And it's just an example of something that
unexpected.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is it. We encourage people to participate in the photo contest. Get your cameras out, photograph your pet, your kids, your husband, your wife,
this is the time,
your mother-in-law, anybody.
I'm thinking this is the time to catch those embarrassing moments and have fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that pretty well covers the.
The festival?
Yeah.
Just for maybe people who may have just tuned in, can we just at least give the dates again for the Festival of Cultures?
It's in September, and it's the weekend of the 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Great.
And it's activities for the whole family.
And I said it in French, and I'll say it in English in case there's committee members who are listening.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I find it amazing how you have come together and gotten people from all over the place to come and do something great for our town, because a lot of the things you guys were talking about I've never heard of. But yet you've found them and you're bringing them to us. I think that is a great
When
thing to
you
do.
have a lot of people, different people on a committee, the people have different connections.
Exactly.
And they have different strengths, and so when you put people like that together,
It's going to be a success.
more heads, the more fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Louise.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay, everybody, so here's my bit of advice. Go and grab your agendas. They're somewhere in your office, your room. Find your agenda. Open it up and write down September 17th, 18th, and 19th. You are coming to the Festival of Cultures, because that will be the place to be. I'm going to see you there. Bye.